Look great naked at any age. Exclusive video ebook, The Naked Truth About Six-Pack Abs. There is a mystique about six-pack abs, almost as if it were the holy grail of fitness. In this video ebook, I'll teach you exactly what to do to get six-pack abs, but please be aware there is far more to complete health and fitness than just having great-looking abs. I strongly urge you to pursue a balanced, comprehensive approach in your fitness regime. When you do, six-pack abs will follow almost automatically. There's no big mystery about what you need to do and not do to get six-pack abs. First, you need good information, and then you need to apply that information. Action is the crucial step in achieving anything. Thoughts determine what you want, actions determine what you get. As with any goal you want to achieve, it's always best to get your information from someone who has accomplished it first. As you can see in the photo above, I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. In this video ebook, you will learn exactly what you need to do to get that kind of muscle definition for yourself. If you already exercise regularly, but you've still got some extra body fat, it's quite possible that you already have six-pack abs that you just can't see yet because of that excess body fat. That scenario is actually fairly common and illustrates the misconception that a lot of people have that has kept them from ever seeing that six-pack that's already there, but just hidden under a layer of fat. Developing the abdominal muscles is usually not the problem. It's more about getting rid of the fat that covers them up. Yet what do you see so many people doing in an effort to finally get that six-pack to show up? In a vain attempt to spot reduce fat from the abdominal area, which of course doesn't work, they waste their time doing endless exercises that don't burn fat. Exercises like crunches. I never do crunches, yet I've got a well-defined six-pack at age 63. There are three essential elements of a well-balanced fitness system: strength training, cardio training, and nutrition. For strength training, I do multi-joint, multi-muscle group exercises that engage as many muscles as possible, including my core, so that I burn more calories and more fat and burn it faster. Even when I do exercises that focus primarily on my abs, they also engage other muscles for increased efficiency. For cardio, I do high-intensity interval training, which creates something called EPOC, which stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, also known as the afterburn effect. What that means is that if you exercise with sufficient intensity, your body will go into fat-burning mode and stay there for as long as 48 hours after your workout is over. You do not get the afterburn effect from low to moderate intensity aerobic type cardio training. So, for maximum fat burning efficiency, forget jogging, get off the treadmill. Now I'll go into greater detail on both strength training and cardio training in a minute, but first there is one more crucial element of an effective fitness system, and that is nutrition. It's been said that you can't out-exercise a bad diet, and that is true. If your diet is unhealthy, all the exercise in the world will not make up for it, especially when it comes to getting that coveted six-pack. Through my own research and years of trial and error and constant fine-tuning, I've developed strength and cardio systems that are both highly time-efficient and extremely effective. Now the final piece of the puzzle, nutrition, has fallen into place. After all these years, I've finally discovered what I believe is the best way to eat for maximum health and effortless weight control while also maintaining phenomenal strength, energy, and focus. What I've discovered completely flies in the face of years of commonly accepted knowledge as to what constitutes proper nutrition for the masses in general and athletes in particular. But I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear or trot out the same tired dogma you get everywhere else. I'm here to tell you what works and what has solid science and real-world results to back it up. My 63-year-old body is living proof of what I'm about to reveal to you.
It's far too broad a topic to go into complete detail here, but it's the reason for my recent vast improvement, not only in muscle definition and that shredded look, but also in terms of sheer strength. My strength to body weight ratio has improved significantly since making this dietary change. You're being lied to about nutrition. One of the key things to understand is that we've been grossly misinformed about nutrition in general and human protein requirements in particular. Why? Follow the money. This misinformation comes primarily from two influential groups. Those two groups are agribusiness and bodybuilding supplement companies, which own and publish all the fitness and bodybuilding magazines. Agribusiness wants you to spend as much as possible on meat, dairy, poultry, and grains, while the bodybuilding supplement companies want you to buy their muscle-building supplements, despite the well-documented health problems associated with those foods and supplements.
To illustrate the point, here are some undeniable facts that exemplify the overestimated need for protein in human nutrition. First of all, biologically, humans are primates. There's no debate about it, that's what we are. And as such, we share a very high percentage of DNA coding and easily observable characteristics with all other primates. All other primates, acting instinctively in perfect accordance with their nature, get the vast majority of their nutrition from plant food sources. Have you ever seen an orangutan or a chimpanzee or a gorilla that was lacking in muscle mass? We're talking serious strength and muscle mass here. In fact, some of the most powerful creatures on Earth get the vast majority of their nutrition from plant food sources. Human beings do not need and in fact can't use protein as such. What we need is the amino acids that make up protein, all of which are readily available in a much healthier, much more easily assimilated form in plant food sources. In fact, when you eat animal protein, you force your body to go through an extra unnecessary step in order to break down that protein into the amino acids that we can use. So when you eat, for instance, a steak, when you take into consideration that extra unnecessary step that your body has to go through, not to mention the deleterious effects of that kind of food, for instance, the way it adversely affects your acid-alkaline balance, among other things. When you take all those factors into effect, the ultimate nutritional value that you get from that steak is pathetic compared to the nutritional value that you get from raw, organic hemp seeds, which, according to my research and my personal experience, that is the best protein that you can put in the human body. Now, there was an idea that was put forth in a book back in 1971 that if you get your protein from plant food sources, that you need to combine things in certain specific ways in order to get all the amino acids in the same meal. We now know that that is not true. It is not necessary to get all the amino acids in the same meal or even in the same day. And in fact, the author of that book has since acknowledged that that information is incorrect. Now, there's one more thing that for me just closes the debate and puts a lock on it. A newborn human infant triples its body mass in the first year of life. That is an incredible growth period that is unparalleled at any other time in the human life cycle. And nature provides the perfect food to fuel that incredible burst of growth, and that food is human breast milk. For the first year at least of life, that is the perfect food for humans. And human breast milk contains 6% protein, 6% to fuel that incredible tripling of body mass. And the muscle gurus and magazines are trying to convince us that we need 20% protein or 25 or 30% protein in our diet as fully formed adults in order to gain a few pounds of muscle. I'm sorry, mathematically and nutritionally it is nonsense. Please don't buy the nonsense anymore, and please don't buy the food that is destroying your health anymore.
The idea that plant protein is incomplete or inferior is just more propaganda from the lobby groups. In fact, the exact opposite is true. Because it's already in the form of amino acids and therefore directly usable by the body, plant source protein is in fact superior. Ask any gorilla. Food for humans. So what do gorillas and other primates eat that we, as human members of the primate family, should also be eating? What massive amounts of mouth-watering treats do I gorge on with delightful sensory enjoyment all day long? Luscious vitamin and antioxidant-rich whole fruit. Then in the evening, some mineral-rich leafy greens and vegetables and a little additional protein and healthy fat from a few nuts and seeds, and nothing cooked. Cooked food is largely dead food that taxes your body with empty calories and reduced nourishment. Oh yeah, I can hear the howls of protest now. But there's too much sugar, there's not enough protein. That's not what the food pyramid says. But I love cooked food, but that's not what the muscle gurus say. Two questions. First, if the food pyramid we've been following for the past 50 years is correct, why have we become the fattest nation on earth with deadly health problems like diabetes and heart disease increasing at a catastrophic rate? Second, do any of the muscle gurus still look like me at age 63? I rest my case.
So let's talk about some exercises to avoid that are either ineffective or downright dangerous. First of all, I don't do any inefficient isolation exercises, and by that I mean exercises that isolate just one muscle working by itself, because they don't correlate to the way the body functions in real-world activities, and they don't burn fat. I build athletic, functional strength and a well-balanced overall physique by exercising my body the way it works in the real world. Work your muscles in groups, and you will not only get faster results, you will also build into your body better functionality for everything from day-to-day activities to any athletic endeavor. And you will be burning more fat and more calories faster so that your six-pack will show up sooner. An example that's particularly relevant to the ladies: don't waste your time doing triceps kickbacks with those cute little pink 2-pound weights. If you want to strengthen your arms and take care of saggy skin, do a real exercise. Do push-ups, because that way you will be hitting your triceps. You will also be engaging your pecs. You will also be engaging your core. In fact, your entire body will be engaged from head to toe in order to keep yourself in line and in good form as you do a proper push-up. And when you do this motion, you are engaging a couple of joints and a couple of muscle groups. The muscle that brings your arm forward is the pec, and the muscle that straightens your elbow is the tricep. And when you do this, you are bringing your arms forward and straightening your elbows at the same time, therefore engaging multiple joints and multiple muscle groups, burning more calories, burning more fat. In fact, push-ups are a great six-pack exercise. Even though they don't focus on the abs, they engage the abs in a very healthy and very effective way. So, great exercise. Switch it up sometimes. Make it a little bit more interesting for yourself. Do, instead of just normal push-ups, do Hindu push-ups sometimes. If you don't know what they are, I have videos on my YouTube channel and also on my Facebook fan page that illustrate Hindu push-ups and teach you variations of them. They are an exercise that engage, again, many muscle groups from many different angles and increase your flexibility at the same time. Great exercise for both men and ladies. Now, I also don't do aerobics of any kind. I realize I am slaughtering some sacred cows here, but I will tell you exactly why. Effective cardio exercise is a key component of any well-balanced, complete fitness system, but aerobics are not nearly as effective as high-intensity intervals. Not to mention the fact that they take too darn long, and you also run the risk of injuries from repetitive use, like shin splints that go right along with jogging. Now, if you jog because you love to, I'm not going to tell you to stop. However, if you jog because you think it is an effective exercise for burning fat, stop. It is not. There are myriad studies that prove the superior results from high-intensity intervals in many areas of physical performance, and they are readily available online, so I'm not going to waste time quoting a lot of studies here. You can find them, not hard to do. However, I will mention one particular point that is especially relevant to getting and maintaining six-pack abs, especially as you age. It has been discovered that high-intensity intervals induce the pituitary gland, which is at the base of the brain, to secrete into your body your own natural, safe human growth hormone. This is amazing. Human growth hormone is key in maintaining, building and maintaining muscle, burning away fat, and if you can get that to happen from your exercise routines, you are golden. I look the way I do and function the way I do at age 63. In fact, as this video is being made, going on 64, closer to 64, I look this way and function this way to a large extent because of the way I exercise. I dose myself every day, whether it's my cardio workouts or my strength workouts. I'm dosing myself every day with my own natural, safe human growth hormone, and I get it for free. If you can do this, it's great. Now, it is also much better for your heart to work through a wide range of beats per minute in order to increase its capacity to exert and recover over and over. You get that from high intensity intervals. You don't get it, you don't even tap into that capacity, let alone improve it, when you are doing long, slow, boring, shin splint inducing, cortisol pumping. Cortisol, by the way, I didn't even intend to go there, but since I mentioned it, cortisol. Here's a negative effect of long, slow, boring cardio kind of workouts. If your body could talk to your brain at some point along the way in that kind of workout, your body would start saying, hey, what's going on here? Why are we doing this so long? You know, I'm getting kind of stressed out here. I'm going to have to start releasing cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. Bad news. You don't want cortisol in your body. All kinds of bad things happen. It messes with your hormone balance, your insulin function. Your body is then going to start telling your brain, okay, we got the cortisol going. Now, one other thing, we're going to have to start wasting away the muscle mass because it's inefficient for this kind of exercise. So we're cutting back on the muscle. And by the way, we're going to need more long-term fuel, so we're going to start storing fat. So your body is now secreting the stress hormone, messing with your hormone balance, cutting away your muscle and storing fat. So hopefully I've gotten the point across now and effectively slaughtered the sacred cows. The point is, high intensity intervals are the way to go.
Don't be intimidated about working out with high intensity, especially if you're just starting out or concerned about your age or present level of fitness. Remember that intensity is relative. If walking up a flight of steps is intense for your present fitness level, accept that, be realistic about it, and build carefully and gradually from there. In a Mayo Clinic study that focused on elderly people whose only exercise was walking, the subjects showed remarkable improvement in a number of areas just by having them include some higher intensity intervals into their walking routines. Be sensible and always consult with your physician before beginning or altering your exercise program. But at the same time, don't sell yourself short. When I run hill sprints with beginners half my age, they can't keep up. So there's hope, no matter what shape you're in to begin with. I'll just touch briefly now on two commonly used abdominal exercises that are either largely ineffective or downright damaging. Crunches are not particularly effective for strengthening your abs, and they will not make belly fat go away. I got my six-pack abs without doing a single crunch. The myth here is that you can spot reduce one area of your body. When you do exercises that are effective in burning fat, the fat burns away over your entire body pretty much equally. Your body does not isolate its fat loss from any one particular area. So don't try to focus on losing belly fat, focus on losing body fat and do exercises that burn the most overall body fat. That would be multi-muscle group exercises and high-intensity interval cardio training. You're probably seeing now that what we're talking about here is a comprehensive system that all works together. Effective, efficient, multi-muscle group strength training, high-intensity interval cardio training, and proper nutrition for human needs.
The other commonly used ab exercise to avoid is leg raises when lying on the floor. Please don't do this exercise. While it does engage your abdominal muscles, it also relies heavily on a deep internal muscle called the psoas muscle, which is spelled with a silent P in the front. The psoas muscle connects your upper leg to your lower spine, and it is stressed in an unhealthy way when you do leg lifts lying on the floor, in a way that can cause lower back problems, especially later in life. Now, hanging leg raises are an entirely different story. That is a safe and effective exercise, and the reason it's different is that when you are hanging, say from a chin-up bar, and you raise your legs, gravity forces your body to counterbalance those raising legs by letting your hips slide back. That changes the angles and stresses that are going on in your body and makes that a safe and effective exercise. Obviously, when you're lying on the floor, your hips cannot make any such adjustment, and that's where the problem comes from. Now, the other thing to avoid is all those ridiculous gadgets that you see on late-night TV infomercials. They don't work, and they're a waste of money. There is, however, one simple piece of equipment that does work, and it's called the Power Wheel. This has been tested and endorsed by numerous university athletic departments, and it is the only piece of equipment that I use, although only for a few exercises. Now, you don't have to scour the internet for this. I have made it very easy. I put a link at the top of the Look Great Naked at Any Age website to the Power Wheel. This is not only the best core exerciser available, it also forces your body to simultaneously engage other muscle groups while it is engaging your core, so it's very efficient, very effective, and worth every penny.
Key points and concepts. Number 1, strength training. Don't waste your time with isolation exercises. Instead, do multi-muscle group exercises that engage more of the body while burning more fat and calories. Forget crunches. Go to my website and get yourself a Power Wheel, which will hit your core like nothing you've ever felt before while engaging various other muscle groups at the same time. Number 2, cardio training. Don't waste time with aerobics. Instead, do high-intensity interval training that's better for your heart and lungs, triggers your own HGH, and gives you the afterburn effect so that you keep burning fat for hours after your workout is over. My favorite is hill sprints. For indoor workouts, burpees are great too, or anything you like that forces you to stop and catch your breath at regular intervals. Number 3, nutrition. Clean up your diet. If you really want to get it right and get that ripped, chiseled look that will make your six-pack pop, eat like the primate you are. With all those natural vitamins, minerals, and fiber from your everyday food, you'll also enjoy the best health you've ever experienced and a long, vibrant life. Guys, take note. Removing animal fat from your diet is much healthier for your prostate and your sex life now and especially as you age.
For a comprehensive system that gives you everything you need to know about all that we've talked about and much more, including the all-important area of mindset, motivation, and goal achievement, get yourself a copy of the Look Great Naked at Any Age system at my website, easy to remember, lookgreatnakedatanyage.com. In the Look Great Naked at Any Age program, I teach you the exact, complete system that I use to look this way and function this way at age 63 currently, as this video is being made. And my workouts take only 19 minutes at home, no gym membership, no equipment. I sincerely hope that this video ebook will help you on your way to great health and great fitness and six-pack abs. By all means, tell everyone that you care about to visit my Facebook fan page, the Look Great Naked at Any Age Facebook fan page, and get themselves a free copy of this video ebook so that they too can begin to enjoy a strong, healthy lean, mean, sports car body. I like to say that I'm living in a Ferrari here and it feels great all the time. You too can enjoy that great feeling all the time. I can help you. Thank you, and make it a great day.